Hi guys, so today we're going to really just practice a little algebra and how to solve a proportion. Proportions are going to be seen a lot in this unit. So before we begin, I just want to make sure you guys remember what a proportion is. So I don't know if you remember, but it compares two numbers. And usually these numbers are written as a fraction. So a proportion is really just a set of two fractions that are equal. Okay? I'm sure you've seen this before, but in order to solve a proportion, you guys have to cross multiply. Okay, so what do we mean by that? 6 times y is 6y, and then we're going to multiply 9 by 18.2, which is 163.8. Solve for y, we're going to divide by 6, and y should equal 27.3. Okay. Now this one, same thing. You're going to cross multiply, but what I would recommend that you do here is maybe add in parentheses, because you have to actually distribute the 6. Okay, so you're multiplying 6 by 4x and 6 by -5. So that's the part where you have to be careful. Distribute. Solve for x, we're going to add 30 first. And then divide by 24. And just to show you, right, so if you plug -2 back in, 4 times -2 is -8 minus 5. What is that? -13/3. So if I made this fraction with a denominator of 6, this would become -26. So this just kind of shows you that our proportion is correct when x is -2. So I hope you guys are filling these out with me. Some of them are on your foldable, some of them are not. So let's do this one. Again, cross multiply. 2 times 7n minus 1. And then 8 times 15.5 is 124. Distribute the 2. Add 2. And then divide it by 14, and n should equal 9. Okay. So with proportions, you guys are also going to have some practice with some word problems. So this example, Monique randomly surveyed 30 students from her class and found that 18 had a dog or a cat. If there are 870 students in her school, predict the number of students with a dog or a cat. So she found out that 18 out of 30 had a dog or a cat. Well, how many out of 870 would have a dog or a cat? So the only thing you need to be consistent about is make sure your total is on the bottom. So cross multiply 870 times 18. 30 times x is 30x. Divide by 30. And it should be 522 students should have a dog or a cat. All right, last question. Brittany randomly surveyed 50 students and found that 20 had a part-time job. If there are 810 students in Brittany's school, predict the number of students with a part-time job. So she surveyed 50. 20 out of 50 had a part-time job. Sorry, the sun glare is strong. And if there are 810 students in the school, predict how many students would have a part-time job. So let's cross multiply. 20 times 810 is 16,200. 50 times x is 50x. Divide by 50. So x should equal 324 students with a part-time job. Okay. So your classwork for today, I figured I'll do like maybe 1 or 2 with you. So these are just basic proportions. You can still cross multiply. 4 times 5 is 20. 3 times x is 3x, and then divide by 3. You guys can leave your answers in fractions, but I wanted to try one of the, let's do one of the bottom ones together, like number 21. So when I cross multiply this, I'm going to do 4 times n minus 9 equals 7 times n plus 5. So 4n minus 36 equals 7n plus 35. I'm going to move my n over this way. I'm going to add my 36 just to save space. And then I'm going to divide by -3. You can leave it like that. I believe it's 23 2/3. Yeah, so you could leave it in fraction form, reduced. You could change it to a mixed number or a decimal, but this one repeats. Okay, so complete your classwork. The answers are in the answer key book as well as online, so just make sure you check when you're finished. All right, bye guys.